Okay, so let me go and run over here. Make sure it's been a bit since I recorded. Sorry, any background noise over here. Recording is kind of late. Anyway, there's not a lot that I was doing last time. So, yeah, recording this on the day of your boy's birthday, Levatron Antonio Toad. It's already got like a little teaser over here from the regular red flood over here. This is nice. Yeah, there should be something over here. This probably won't get up. Yeah. Based on things on that, this won't be uploaded on the day of Lea Patron's birthday, but I figured I might as well just include these two little teasers as like a little bonus thing of stuff to do. Sorry, that's allowed over here. But yeah, figured because if we're doing the avant-garde state, we'll do the national anthem of the avant-garde state. It seems to be like those songs that I've seen quite a lot every time. So yeah, before we get into that over here, I'll explain this a little bit. We got the Middle East. It's getting completely redone. So I'm doing over here. It's been out in the bath for quite a while, so I'm just kind of ant. But yeah, the Middle East is getting completely redone, as you can see over here. You have the Caliphate, and the Crescent, and then the Holy Cities. Files over here. So yeah, if you've seen you've seen current Middle East at the time of this recording, prior to this update over here, it is a lot more interesting over here. It's a lot more interesting in a lot of ways, but just see exactly how thing over here. Whenever that Middle Eastern stuff comes over here, this is like a little preview thing over here. So like we don't have the Strait Commission. We have the Sublime Port under Abdul Masid II. And then you just have the Anatoly Violets under Ali Kemal Pasha. I think they mentioned something about Ataturk being over here. Some over here. I don't know. Yeah, Mustafa Pasha and Mustafa under Kurdistan. And Armenia under Ohanis Kajazuni. Let me put you know his name over here. And they got the fun fact about this flag over here. I don't have it up right now, but if you can look it up, the look of Armenian flags over here. This was actually one of the proposed flags for Armenia. It looks like the LGBT flag over here, which is I find it funny and how surely coincidental the whole thing is. Like national flag of Armenia and LGBT. I wonder if there's a connection. Anyway. So yeah, we also include some new sub ideologies over here for the nation. I think all the current ideologies are gonna get 2 more over here to help kind of broaden it just a wee bit over here. So it's gonna be a total of 5 if I remember correctly. So you got the whole classical liberalism over here. You got provisional government. And now for the Crescent over here, which is in the middle of the Middle East. We got Ghazi the First over here, in Syria over here, except his territory is much shorter over here. Like before, though, you control Lebanon, Syria, and then some more. I can't read their names. But it is now going to be a lot smaller, and the Zionist revolt is going to be led by Jabotinsky. Let's say that. Right, let's start. Stern's still there just so that Jabotinsky is going to be leading it at the start, and then Stern can take over later, so Stern won't be at there. Start though. That's a cool portrait. Good portrait a lot of these. I really do liked all this. Well, this one over here. What reminds me of this one, by the way? I think this one. Yeah, because then we had Pierre Gamel Revolution Nationalism. With here in Lebanon over here, because Lebanon, if I remember correctly, is going to be part of the French exiles. I think they're still going to be part of the French exile thing. I think that's whole French exiles of the non-accelerations of France is still going to be in there. So it won't be led by the guy who was the colonial leader of Lebanon in our timeline. Then you got Assad over here. And I'm trying to remember to give one else for over here. Yeah, we got a much better portrait of Al-Assad. Al-Assad. A little bit over here, because they couldn't find like a better portrait of him until like shortly after. Yeah, it's fun with me. No. I do this one is much better, but if sometimes you gotta work with what you got. Anyway, we got over here the social republicanism over here. I'm very curious to see how this is gonna be playing out in Syria. Then we got Atun Sada, and I think that's the Golden Square Party. If I remember, I think that looks like the flag of the Golden Square Party in Syria. I don't know if that means they're going to be. I've heard that there might be a path for Syria. I don't remember specifically, but I do. I'm curious to see how the whole situation really is going here. Because you got social republicanism dude over there. And they got these small seats over here. They got the Zionists all over there. And they got Syria still there, but Yemen. They got mandatory Iraq instead of optional Iraq. Yeah, it's like man, and like you have to get to Iraq. No matter what. So a little board change over here. I think this was a little bit smoother. It's just like I said over here now, just not an air street. Yeah. That's what happens during decolonization. Well, dismantling the Ottomans and not being able to do much because your country was in a state of turmoil. So even though you won, you couldn't really demand over here. Well, besides Iraq, but. And then we got the two over here between the Sultan of Neige and the King of Hejaz. So we got us, we got the Saudis and the other. It's going to be over here though. And I wonder how that is going to play because I know that in Kaiser Redux, depending on who, depending on who wins this war here in the Kaiser Redux game. It usually occurs around like the middle, like before the. I think like a year before the second one, what happens. But depending on who wins is over here during like the war and either Hejaz will join the Ottomans or the Neige will join the Cairo Axis. I think what it's called. So I wonder if that's gonna play over here because currently right now Saudi Arabia is a thing. But over here now we got the little thing over here. I wonder if that means there's gonna be war started if like this is gonna be something else. But we shall see over here. Besides that over here. There's really much to include over here, but the biggest thing over here, and primarily why I said this over here, because it's only like a little preview of what's going to come over here. I think it's going to come in the next update with 2-Step Wars 2. Besides that, I don't know if anything else is going to be in here. But the big one, the clock over here between the fence update. And you remember thinking, will this involve your boy? Well, it does. Not in the way you would think. Les Vipiers. Très secret defense. Memorandum concerning defeatist propaganda. While the start of the campaign, Italy has avoided disaster. It's probably inevitable that the war would agitate dissenters and trade with the French society. Due to a crowning of the Luminaires with a non-matter force report, unfortunately, an act of sabotage and propaganda occurred this week in a number of cities we normally consider loyal, including Les Soleil, and it demands further investigation. Our first cause of alarm is the sophistication of the sabotage campaign. It appears the distant broadsheet known as Kiss achieved surprising circulation, though means it's considered in forged state newspaper before distribution. The quality print of writing is immediately surprisingly high caliber given the unusual condition of our opponents. Furthermore, the ideological character of the propaganda is now resembled that of our traditional enemies, the social liberals or monarchists. The so-called invisible committee behind the paper has painted a picture of the coming military disaster in the mind of Italy, but supposedly because our government has not gone far enough in revolutionary France. Our front is decried as insufficiently disciplined given the instability caused by a government campaign. Worse yet, the Libertarians' legacy are attacked as soft-hearted poison for our state. And that tarnished and wasteful in the struggle ahead. Tyrant's advance also suggested to prepare such a campaign so soon at the start of the war implies much about their capabilities, or worse. In context, it suggests that they had prior knowledge of our plans, giving them time to prepare. In summary, we cannot dismiss the possibility that an actively this will occur within the FNAG for the first time since millennia. The absence of clear leadership in 1936 is a conundrum for our intelligence services. If the attack on our government can be dismissed through foreign policy assist, however, the fear may be prove short-lived. Vive la France, Imperial. Can't navigate. So basically, this ain't the Luminaire, so this ain't like the liberals. Because that's like the main anti-FNAG faction. This is a faction within the FNAG that believes that the current government isn't going far enough in their futurist cause And so they formed a little invisible committee and want to basically, this occurs, I'm assuming it's gonna occur like if the Wallonia campaign doesn't go quite well based on what I can infer from over this, and if your war with Italy also does not go well. And I've read that this is only going to occur for the player. This whole thing over here will be a player only, unless they make a decision thing, which I'm pretty sure they will. Though made all the whole like rule set over here where the AI can you level for this when or not on this, but sorry. Basically over here we got the coming insurrection. This looks very nice. I can't wait to play this French update. I've been playing the shit out of this for, because I will be doing a lot of French off camera just so I can further realize myself of what's new and all that. And hopefully I'll be able to get some stuff. I got quite a bit of backlog, so by the time that Horde 4 update comes, I should be more or less familiar about it. And yes, I will do that backlog playthrough at some point. Should be in the works right now. I don't know if something comes up, but anyway, it's not a way until get through the whole lot of backlog, because I like to be prepared just in case something comes out. That's why I like to have record things in advance. Yeah, we shall see. Anyway, becoming insurrection, win back the find back the flock. In order to win this battle of civilization, we must make sure that the home front shall not fall of barbarism. People must be marching in lockstep with our brave boys, and they have to let's gain all this food for nothing and run from slain. So yeah, passive time. Clock marches forward as to the progress, so do the efforts of those who wish to topple our government. Therefore, we press onwards in our war, lest midnight come and then shall they be extinguished. Time is new. The war has begun. Midnight. Verify your clock, motherfucker. Anyway, yeah. So this one, Tiana won't be the only one that has clock motifs for our path. This totally will be as well. You can see over here. This is like a visual representation, like the visual representation of it. It's very cool looking. So, as you see over here, 100 PV to get the clock over here. So this basically encourages you during your war with Italy to try and be quick and efficient with that as possible. You know, something that I'm based over here. The lower campaign kind of like, you know, stagnated. So I can guess, and this is like, you know, the consequence of that. Like, because of our failures in Wallonia, this invisible committee wants to radicalize things over here. And when the midnight clock strikes, coup d'etat les soleil. Once Antonin told the power is not battlefield for militia, lay solely dans the clutches of the Comité Invisible de Action Révolutionnaire. The FNAG all but survived an incomprehensible limbo. Most of the leadership was scattered and hunted down by the new government, but is far from being officially dissolved. This shocking regime change comes about the recent failures in the Italian war. Extremely rebels were really defeating the French troops at the border, which spelled disaster for the overall ability of France. Already many with demanding more radical measures across the Italians immediately, and the protest quickly turned to form a conspiracy against the perceived shortcomings of the FNAG. Not revolutionary enough, not committed enough, and not strong enough. Their indecisiveness and lukewarmness has proved to be their undoing. From inside and outside the FNAG, a confederacy of malcontents rose to strike at the back of the regime. Led by a clique of notorious politician revolutionaries, France is now adrift in the world. Dark clouds in the horizon, uncertain future, and many warrior blood move for the dusk of the FNAG. Before there is light, there must come a fire. And here's like the big fire of this coup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Big 6. Why is it 5 over here? I think we got the 5 guys over here and then the leader over here, which, if I remember correctly, the top guy was a Nazi collaborating author. But he was kind of like, you know, a Germany grade and just basically didn't want to do anything over here. But since you know that your boy Mr. Five's only doing game of rules in this timeline, him and his fellow boys, like, if I remember correctly, they said like 3 of these guys are homosexuals, and I think another one of them was something else. Yeah, I can't remember, but like, I should double check that before recording this, but for this, but I can't quite remember the names all specifically. I just remember like some of the big facts about some of them. And yeah, I'm very interested to see what this pattern is gonna hold. As I said before, this ain't that the Luminaires, which is like the main counter-revolutionary force. I wanted to bring not speed into the future. They want to not do speed in this timeline, I guess, because everyone's all about that speed, all about going fast and mobility and all that good shit. But yeah, and we just see exactly what this entails. I do wonder if this is gonna relate to anyway to the Fiume teaser that's gonna come out on the 12th. Because the teaser came out on your boy's birthday, so I wonder exactly if this is gonna relate to anything that goes on in Fiume. Some days, considering that Fiume rebels were easily crushed. But we shall see how easily that can be, and we shall see what kind of path that he got. But yeah, that's about it over here. 2 little teasers for Red Flood, and quoting this on the day where they enter their toad with birth into the world of the future. Anyway, I'm your boy, the Mad Artist. I'll see you guys in the next video, and we'll see. If I remember anything else, I'll probably add this in the description, or indeed into the comment section, like in a pinned comment or something. We shall see if I know anything else that comes out to be post recording. But until then, I'll see you guys later. And I'm very excited for this Burning Memories update. I really do want to know, like, obviously at the rate that we're going, it's gonna come out after the DLC, but I do hope so that when the time comes, is that we don't have a long wait between then and now. Like, it's probably got a backlog just in case for shit like this. But the future is always moving, and we shall see what it brings. So until then, I'll see you guys later. Bye.